for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And an inspired rendition of our national anthem. Really getting warmed up here, just moments away. We'll be back right after this.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight we'll be watching the Utah Jazz playing against the Sacramento Kings. Looking at the Kings, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. I like the battle of the backcourts here, Kenny. You were in plenty of these alongside Vernon Maxwell.
Those were the days. You know, we always felt we had an athletic advantage against most of the guards that we were playing against. And we also thought that it was difficult to guard us because we not only shot threes, but we went to the basket. The other thing that we thought, you know what, before I even go on, I'll let Shaq go, because Vernon Maxwell, I'll tell you what, was one tough son of a gun.
And with all the switching out, guys don't technically go head-to-head as much as they used to. Actually be a battle of who wins the mismatches.
Oh, very good point. Thank you, Shaq. The game just about ready to get underway, and we'll see you later.
See you later.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. So glad you could join us on this Saturday night. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldrich will join us momentarily from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
De'Aaron Fox talked about his mentality on the court. You put the ball in his hands, he says, I'm going to take over the game. It doesn't have to be scoring, just always attacking. Always. You got to be a dog. Don't back down from anyone. Kevin, I know you're a dog. Back to you.
A little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Kings. On Monday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Wednesday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets. Now Sacramento starting 5. Barnes and Bagley, the duo with the forward. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Dedmon in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Utah, inside we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 spot. And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Now, here's Fox. Gobert pulls it in. And here is Conley. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. From past the arc. Sacramento grabs the miss. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, but when you shoot a percentage in the low 30s as a team, and they did that in that game, it is just not going to be your night.
Yeah, you check the stat sheet and you can dominate just about every other facet of the game, but it's not going to make up for anything if you shoot the ball at such a low percentage.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. And Fox gets it to go.
How about that? Just accepting the contact and still getting the finish for Fox.
Now Conley. Last time out he had 13 points. And Bogdanovich kicks to Ingles. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Fox. Dedmon. It's good on the putback.
Well, if you don't box him out, you're a dead man.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Conley finds Mitchell. Pass to Gobert. 5 on the clock. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Great idea to get your secondary scorers involved early. This helps keep everybody engaged.
Yeah, and he's so-so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
And here is Hield following the three-pointer by Donovan Mitchell. Outside Bogdanovich. Conley against Barnes. Shoots from the baseline. Conley's shot is off.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And it's Barnes with the ball for Sacramento. Trailing by 2. Outside, Fox. With the teardrop, he lays it in. Fox has got his second bucket tonight.
That's a nice floater. I mean, a la Mike Conley. If De'Aaron Fox can establish that float game, tough to stop.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Hield. A very nice season for him last year. 7th in three-point field goal percentage, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency from 3 last year, top 10 in the league, he's truly a dead-eye shooter when he gets it going. Now, here's Fox. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Portland. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And you love how Hield is always ready with his feet set. Once the ball hits his hands, it's off.
And here is Conley following the three-pointer by Buddy Hield. Bogdanovich passes to Conley. Great D that time from Bagley.
Now, there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And that one's good. Barnes.
Well, this time Harrison Barnes using some of his physical advantages to bully the defense or at least get them on their heels.
Here's Conley. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Fox against Conley. Feeds to Ingles. To end the run.
And you know what? Call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Rejected by Bagley.
And so far, having trouble converting on the inside.
Here's Conley. Early on, Brent, what are some of the intangibles you look for in a team that may be taking the next step?
First of all, is the player who's returning that's shouldering most of the responsibility, is he any better than last season, Kevin? Has there been some growth in his game? Secondarily,
the great ones always grow.
They always do, and they're really sharp usually coming out of summertime, and they're ready to go. Second thing is, has the roster been tinkered with a little bit or tweaked a little bit to enhance what it is that the skill set of the star player is going to provide for their team throughout the next 8 months of the season?
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz.
A great year for the Kings last year. We're in the playoff hunt right up until the very last month of the season and ultimately came up short. But those guys will be hungry to want some postseason play this year.
Well, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. Rudy Gobert, number 1.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
And Brent, as you mentioned, the Kings came up short last year, but you have to think the playoffs are in their future.
Thinking about the playoffs would be nice. They did make a coaching change as Luke Walton is taking over for Dave Yeager, and changing coaches can sometimes disrupt development. Will they continue to play at the same pace that they played at last year? They were phenomenal in the open floor.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Conley. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The drive by Mitchell. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Was there any steal in the 2017 draft bigger than Donovan Mitchell? My goodness, guys, Utah looks like they found a franchise player with him.
I mean, to see a player his age, come in and just be an elite scorer is impressive. Very explosive in transition, but also in the half court. Reminds you a bit of Westbrook or a young D-Wade with how he plays.
The first one falls.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
And Mitchell drops them both. Greg, nowadays teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
Now, here's Dedmon. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
Dedmon likes to play physical. He brings it to the game every night.
You know, Brent, he's bounced around, but late bloomer Dwayne Dedmon making impressive strides in his game.
Yeah, you think about going from a 10-day contract to having a ton of starts as a center. This guy is very skilled, Dedmon, and the ability to go out and shoot the basketball, I think, has raised the most eyebrows about what he can do for your team offensively.
A free throw drops for Dedmon.
Well, from the D-League to dominating defensively, Dwayne Dedmon hustling around.
Both good from the line that time.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Outside Conley. On the wing, Ingles. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. Gobert finds Ingles. That will not drop. Still looking for his groove. He's 1 of 6 so far from the floor.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
That fall. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Ingles has got 5 now.
Gets 1 to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Outside, Fox. Passes it to Dedmon. The 19-foot shot. Offensive rebound. Bagley trying to free himself up. Pass to Dedmon. Jacks up a 3. That one misses. And it's Utah the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets 1 to go.
Barnes outside. Over Bogdanovich. Another shot. Dedmon. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And now a moment to see the stats for Donovan Mitchell. Last year, getting it done. He averaged about 23 points a game last year. 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
No good on the free throw. Brett, so many guys are now shooting from well beyond the arc. Who do you think has the deepest range in the league?
I think Steph Curry has the most consistent, deepest range.
Lillard is in that category.
Lillard is in there, and of course, last year's playoff win will never go away in terms of what a great memory that was. Trae Young is now entering that category, Kevin.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw that at the end of last year. His fearlessness in pulling up from just about anywhere has been pretty remarkable. And to that, I will add one Brook Lopez, who has found his way well beyond the three-point line.
He's a whole nother conversation.
We'll talk about him later.
We'll do that. Sacramento making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. Here's Farrell, defended by Moutier. Farrell kicks to Giles. Top of the key, Ariza. Now the pass to Bielitsa. The rebound by the Jazz. Moutier looking around. Comes up empty down low. And the call will be against Emmanuel Moutier. That's his first foul. Kings leading now by 4. Ariza outside from downtown. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Trevor Ariza makes a living out there beyond the arc.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Davis, the pass to Moutier. Now Exum. The rebound by Giles.
Such a long road to recovery from Harry Giles, but so many people rooting for Harry when it is that he makes some kind of plays that remind you of when Giles was one of the top recruits coming out of his high school class, one that included De'Aaron Fox and also Jason Tatum.
And as you said, Brent, with Giles, the potential is there, and that's why they drafted him.
Well, they still think that they're going to explore the massive upside to what Harry Giles represents. Great size, great skill, and it's about him just feeling more and more confident in the health of his body to be able to produce like we've seen on some nights here, Kevin.
And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for the Kings. 7-point differential. Ariza against Davis. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Utah's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Moutier finds Exum. And too long on the shot.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Pass to Farrell.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
The Kings shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
He hits the second from the line.
What a culture shift it's been in Sacramento the last few years. Vlade Divac along with Peja Stojakovic, 2 of the legendary Sacramento Kings players, finding their footing and trying to put their stamp on this organization with some of the young talent that they've acquired.
Now here's Exum. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 4 on the shot clock. Here's O'Neal. Can't hit that one. Good D by Ariza. Kings leading now by 8. To the paint. Here's Giles. It's good. And Brent, around the league, people are saying the Kings are one of the scarier teams on the rise.
Well, they drafted decently. They play a system that now is speaking to some of their young talent. They've had a nice blend. It's been a long time coming in Sacramento, but fans coming out to the new arena to support this new, young, hungry Kings group.
The Jazz shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
That one is off.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
And he's good on the second. And it's the Kings with the ball. They have a 9-point lead. Passes it to Giles. There's 1:17 left to play here in the first. Bogdanovich looking around. Here's Giles. Pulls up. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And here's Green outside. Utah the rebound. Moutier with the basket.
Yeah, just so crucial that Moutier becomes a very consistent mid-range shooter for this team. Like to watch him focus on improving that shot.
Now here's Bogdanovich. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Bielitsa passes it to Bogdanovich, and it goes down 2 points. And the Kings lead by 9.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
24 seconds left here in the first quarter. Green kicks to O'Neal. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Got it. Nice one there from Exum.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Bogdanovich. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Bogdanovich focused on scoring on the inside, and when he gets close to the basket, looked like he was hungry to get 2.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And we'll be back with you shortly. It wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in the NBA. He talked about that journey.
The ups and downs of injuries and early on in my career not being able to be consistent enough to be considered a top guard in the league and making myself work that much harder to get my game to a level where I feel that I can compete against anybody in the league. And that's what I'm most proud of, is just being able to withstand that.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Kings guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Sacramento, they've got Bielitsa. Rashawn Holmes out there with Giles. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Farrell in at point. Clock at 6. Bogdanovich finds Holmes. Over Exum. Holmes can't get it to go in.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Exum passes to O'Neal. Good on the triple.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. They've led by as much as 10. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. Kings leading now by 6. Pass to Bielitsa. Farrell looking around. And there's the pass to Holmes. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Well, sometimes being shifty in this game is a good thing. Body control helping out on that attempt.
Brent, you know, the moving screen is one of those very difficult judgment calls, isn't it?
It's a tough one, Kevin, but what you look for all the time in replays when you see that call, it's almost like the salsa. I'm looking at the hips and the feet. If the feet are too wide, and Kevin Garnett was the biggest problematic moving screen setter that I ever saw, being 6'11" and spreading out those sticks of his. But if the feet go wider than the shoulder, impossible. And then the hip move as the defender is moving around the screener, just enough of a nudge for him not to be able to catch up. Those are the ones where the referees, I think, are most in tune to in order to blow the whistle.
Jazz trail by 9. Conley with it. To the middle. Here's Mitchell. The rebound by Hield. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Fox, no good. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. On the wing, Mitchell. Covered by Hield. Mitchell kicks to Conley. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Bogdanovich. Drills the baseline jumper. Bogdanovich has got his first points in this one.
Yeah, Bogdanovich, a high percentage scorer, an efficient shooter, and he loves that mid-range area.
And they call an illegal screen here. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. They head out on the road to face the Suns in Phoenix. Then on Wednesday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Now here's Gobert. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
I'm not sure in that game if it was him or Dikembe Mutombo out there, guys. I was just hoping to see one finger wave after one of those 4 blocks. No, 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 not today.
For Utah, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
Shoot 2.
The first free throw is good.
And Sacramento seems like a great fit for Luke Walton. Team's approach on offense really matches his own. Should never be a shortage of scoring for the Kings.
You wonder how it is that Luke Walton did his studying coming into this season with how much success last year Dave Yeager had in getting these guys to push the ball up the floor. Luke Walton believes that anyone can rebound and bring it up, and they have the kind of guys who could do that on this roster.
He hits both from the stripe. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Fox. His shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
And Fox getting in, nifty scoring there, not hesitating inside.
Conley finds Mitchell. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Rashawn Holmes.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley, he never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
Free throw dropped for Mitchell. And Greg, you talk to Conley, he'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
Here's Conley after the basket by De'Aaron Fox. Pass to Mitchell. The 9-foot shot. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 8. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. With the break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounder. 4th, Rudy Gobert.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Just 5 to shoot. Fox passes to Bagley. Over Ingles. Bagley, no good. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Utah. They trail by 6.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
Kings have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Now here's Hield. Passes it to Fox. To the inside. Bagley.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. To the paint. Here's Conley. There's the dish to Bogdanovich. Pulls it from 20. Oh, trying for it, but he gets it back. Outside Conley. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got his 4th assist in this one. Fox with it. Conley picks him up. Fox finds Barnes. Lays it up off the glass. Barnes has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Jazz trail by 6. And here is Mitchell. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Lakers. Here's Ingles. Rebounded by Holmes.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Outside, Fox. And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Well, what an incredible difference it was for De'Aaron Fox from his rookie year to his second season.
Well, they really committed to a style that allowed De'Aaron Fox just to take the reins and run up and down the floor. Obviously, we talk so much about his speed and ability to get out in transition to put pressure on the defense. The next step, again, for all these young players is to remain consistent in their play and then defend your position on the other end.
Free throw good. Fox. Perhaps the biggest breakout star last year from the 2017 draft class, De'Aaron Fox. Great. He was sensational.
Kevin, the difference between a year 1 and a year 2 player was never displayed better than the improvement that Fox showed. His shot, vision, and decision-making all started to catch up to that incredible athleticism.
Continuing to expand his offensive game. Fox off to a good start.
Jazz trail by 11. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And here's Ingles outside. Kept alive. And no good that time. Sacramento leading by 11. Fox kicks to Dedmon. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists tonight.
Just getting more and more court awareness and where guys are at all times is De'Aaron Fox.
Now here is Conley. Got a piece of it. Fox with the steal. Lobbed up there for Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Utah calls timeout.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Kings. The drive by Mitchell.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5.
And how good has he been at the line?
Free throw drops for Mitchell.
We are having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
And Mitchell drops them both.
And his work at the free throw line has been terrific tonight, making the most of his chances.
Ariza outside. Pass to Dedmon. Sacramento moving it around. Healed outside.
Get outside.
The rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Bogdanovich passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And it's great to see Bogdanovich spreading the ball out. I mean, possesses good size, which allows him to see over defenders.
Ariza outside.
Screen.
6 to shoot. Here's Dedmon. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Dedmon's got 4 points this quarter.
How about the experience paying off here as Ariza excellent at noticing that his man was wide open.
Mitchell outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And it's easy to see why a team would want Ariza on their roster. Makes the right decisions, mentors young players, and is well respected throughout the league.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing.
And he's been much more aggressive here in the second quarter. He's getting to the line a lot more than he did in the first.
A different look for Utah. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Royce O'Neal comes in for Bogdanovich. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Then for the Kings, Bielitsa, he's checked in for Bagley. Bogdanovich comes in for Buddy Hield. And Farrell subbed in for De'Aaron Fox.
And now a look at Emmanuel Mudiay here. How he performed last season. Put up about 14 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Dante Exum, he's checked in for the Jazz. That one is no good.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
And so here's Sacramento, following the miss by Emmanuel Mudiay. And that comes off the assist by Exum. And it's 7 points for Emmanuel Mudiay.
And Mudiay collects himself, sees where he is on the floor, and simply rises up.
And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. O'Neal against Ariza. Shot clock at 6. Count it. Ariza's got 5 points so far. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
Here's Farrell following the basket by Emmanuel Mudiay. And the call will be against Emmanuel Mudiay. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. A different look for Utah. Davis comes in for Gobert. And it's Bogdanovich in for Royce O'Neal. And the Kings also making a change. Giles is checked in. Here's Farrell. His last outing, he had 8 points. 1:33 left to play in the first half. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, for Bielitsa, he's not the most athletic player on the floor, but Brent, he produces.
Bielitsa, one of those guys who can flow into a transition and stop 3 or 4 feet behind the three-point line and drill you from there. So a nice guy as a secondary option on the break is Bielitsa.
Good on the second free throw.
Bielitsa can surprise you at times, not just as a shooter, but pump faking, putting the ball on the deck, and trying to become a playmaker. As long as he's under control, he can do some nice things out there.
Now, here's Exum. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Ariza against Bogdanovich. Ariza outside. Fades away. Misses that one. His first miss of the night. 2 for 3. Moutier dishes to Bogdanovich. Good on the shot. Bogdanovich has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
If there's a skill set you like your point guard to have, that's exceptional court vision. Moutier shows it off there with that assist.
Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Seemed to be laying in the weeds there in the first quarter, but now we're seeing him come out, put all the cards on the table, and ramp it up.
Ariza has the open look, and once again off the mark by Sacramento.
Yeah, and that one way back in the first quarter is the three-pointer that has been his only one of the night.
Kings leading now by 8. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock.
Trying to improve every year, that's the goal of anyone in the NBA. Bogdanovich has great fundamentals to be able to do that.
Outside, Green. And it's Exum in the corner. He dishes it to Bogdanovich over Ariza.
Ariza with a nice job defensively affecting the shot.
That'll do it for the first half. Kings lead by 11. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Harrison's shots definitely falling in the first half. How did you guys get it going?
Just us playing off each other, trying to get to the basket, trying to work it around. When there's balance scoring like we have tonight, everyone tries to, feed off each other.
Strength in numbers, right? Thanks, Harrison. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. De'Aaron Fox was on fire in the first half. He had 13 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. Shaq, how did you think the Kings were playing?
The speed of De'Aaron Fox, that was the difference. No one can stay in front of him. If you bring the help, he can beat you with the pass. And the jumper looking like Nick Van Exel.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Jazz.
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to get back in the flow.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
And after a very lopsided first half, We'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant right before the draft. That deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
That's good from Conley.
4th selection back in the 07 draft. Conley has been a reliable guard for many years.
He's perfect from the line this time.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And Fox gets it to go.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Jazz trail by 11. Conley feeling it out. The pass to Mitchell. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Hield. First one falls for him. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And it's Fox with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. He shoots again, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Fox really daring them right now to foul him on the inside.
And this will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
Well, the quickness of De'Aaron Fox really is incredible. I got a chance to see John Wall early in his career, and it was the speed that we talked about. But speed can kill, and if De'Aaron Fox can control it, he'll be fantastic at creating opportunities for himself and his teammates.
No good on the second free throw. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those 2 needs better than anyone in the league.
Dedmon got himself into position, and that position was just enough, and he grabbed the rebound.
So far tonight, he's gone 4 of 6 at the line.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
Here is Conley. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Gobert finds Mitchell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one is on Hield. Free throw drops for Mitchell. Both shots good from the stripe. Kings leading now by 12. 90 seconds now into the second half. Loud pass to Bagley.
I think getting better as a passer and understanding more about how the NBA game works. That's De'Aaron Fox.
Bagley's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Now Conley. 6 points for him. To the middle. Here's Mitchell. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. And that's 20 points for Donovan Mitchell.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
And here's a look at some stats for Gobert. Great showing for him last season. He was around 16 points per last year, 13 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
I feel like those rebounds are wearing down and eroding the opponent. His effort right now, physically and mentally, has been good.
Here's Fox following the basket by Donovan Mitchell.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Bogdanovich, no luck. Kings leading now by 10. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit. Probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. And in a league obsessed with shooting, easy to see why Bojan Bogdanovich has solidified himself as a key player.
I mean, over 40% from long range in recent years, competes defensively. He's a player. And the signing of Bojan Bogdanovich, a great move for the Jazz. With his shooting, more spacing for Gobert and Mitchell to operate, he's capable of creating shots on his own as well.
Now, here's Mitchell. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. Number 1, the Kings.
Yeah, I mean, the best in the league at forcing those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense.
Conley against Fox. Gobert with the block.
Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
Yeah, the length and height of Bogdanovic is impressive. Outstanding at slamming it down there when he got the chance.
Here's Hield after the basket by Utah. Outside, Fox. Sacramento again missing.
He's getting good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. The Kings leading. And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovic. That's his first foul. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. On defense, the Jazz. Outside, Fox. On the wing, Barnes. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 6 assists in the game.
And while they still have the lead, boy, was that important to keep it from shrinking.
Now here is Conley. 6 points for him. Here's Ingles. Here's Bogdanovic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I tell you, Bogdanovic is crafty inside. Knows how to get under the skin of the defense there and forces them to foul.
Free throw good, Bogdanovic. And so Bogdanovic nails both of them.
And Bogdanovic is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
Now here's Hield. Shoots from the line. Here's Holmes. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
And even though he stands 6'10", Holmes plays taller than that.
He does, mostly, Kevin, because of that length. I mean, he stretches out and uses that quick jump and can block some shots and deter a few guys from trying to do some things offensively.
And that one misses. The Jazz on offense. They're on a 16-7 run. Mitchell passes to Conley. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Both good from the line that time. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Barnes outside. That one doesn't drop. Ready by Bogdanovic. Jazz trail by 3. The drive. Boom!
Okay.
That's how you attack. Wow. Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Now, here's Fox. 16 points for him. Nobody near Barnes. That 3 off the mark. Jazz have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovic touched it last.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And Utah making a change here. Davis is checked in. Timeout called by the Kings. Last season, Harrison Barnes had a rough time shooting the ball early on. Brett, that changed after the trade to Sacramento.
Well, Harrison Barnes is a very good player, and I think a lot of people look at what Harrison is getting paid as opposed to what his production is. But with this kind of veteran leader on this team and some young guys in Bogdanovic and Fox and Buddy Hield, Harrison Barnes is the kind of guy that you can lean on to help these guys move along a little bit faster.
Bagley kicks to Barnes. Here's Fox. No good on the triple.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Here's Mitchell. And the rejection by Holmes.
Jeez, now we've got both teams in the penalty. The refs haven't been shy with their whistles, and the players haven't done a great job of adjusting.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
Harrison Barnes, great experience at Golden State, a proven champion on that team, and now entering prime years of his career, trying to be consistent and trying to get a little bit better.
Utah trailing here. Outside Conley. That evens the score. Conley's got 10 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Fox finds Barnes. Got it. Good job in the low post. 14 points for him.
Using every bit of muscle he's got on that one. What can I say? Harrison Barnes likes to get in and attack.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Pass to Mitchell. Now Ingles for the lead. Drills it from outside. And the Jazz lead by 1. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Passes to Fox. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Fox surveying that time, and hard to cover when he's got options.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line for the Jazz. Green, he's checked in for Gobert. Dante Exum comes in for Joe Ingles. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mitchell. Then for the Kings, Giles checked in for Bagley. Bielitsa comes in for Barnes. And it's Bogdanovich in for Buddy Hield. Fox with it. Now Green defending. Here's Giles. And he banks in the layup.
Well, nice job by Bielitsa. Be patient. Look for teammates. He found one.
Mudiay against Bogdanovich. Conley with it. 10 points for him. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Conley's got the game tied up here for Utah.
The silky smooth dribble moves of Conley, so slick in how he creates for himself.
Holmes can't get it to go in. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation. And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Well, there's an ebb and a flow. They had a hard time earlier, but now, flow.
Here's Bielitsa after Dante Exum's bucket. 5 on the clock. Here's Bogdanovich, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Bogdanovich has got 9.
Now, tough to be upset at that kind of defense. You got to credit Bogdanovich, pretty much zoned in.
Outside for Davis, lets the 3 fly, and it's Sacramento with the rebound. Bielitsa's got 4 rebounds now tonight. They grabbed their own miss. Chalk up 2 there. Holmes got 4 points this quarter. Here's Conley. 12 points for him. Outside, Green. Back to Conley. Outside, Davis. Conley against Fox, and it's Conley penetrating. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Bogdanovich, no luck. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Exum, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's his first trip to the line. That's good from Exum. And some changes here for the Kings. Lisa comes in for Rashawn Holmes, and Farrell subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Exum hits them both. The Kings trailing. Farrell passes to Bielitsa. Kicks to Bogdanovich. Pass to Giles. 6 on the shot clock. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. But they recover it. Ariza outside. And the pass to Farrell. From the arc. Drills the three-pointer.
And the assist there goes to Ariza. Good at continuing the ball movement on that possession.
Outside Conley. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got his 5th rebound in this one. Fires the 3. Ariza no luck.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Conley kicks to Green. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 3rd assist on the night. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Here's Farrell. Knocks it loose. It's Bielitsa. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Lobbed up there for Green.
And that is a shot that Green knocks down consistently. The defense has to try harder to contest him from there.
59 seconds left in the 3rd. Here's Farrell. Outside Bogdanovich. You can't get that one. And Utah the other way now.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what they're going to run here. Got to run a good play.
And up the court come the Kings on the break. The 3 ball. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
They're trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his 2nd 3 of the game. 1 in each half.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Right side Conley for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Conley's got 13 points here in the 2nd half alone.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
To the wing right side. Here's Farrell. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Utah out in front, up by 3. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. On the court right now for the Kings, Fox at the point with Heel to his side. They're the backcourt. Bielitsa is out there with Dwayne Dedman, and it's Ariza in at the 3. Three-pointer. Rebound, Utah. Exum's got 4 rebounds in this game. Floats it up for Davis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Hield, and he makes good on the layup.
But he's showing more than just the fact that he's a shooter, working his way strength on the inside there.
Now here's Moutier inside. Fox with the steal. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Kings shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Hield finds Fox. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Stolen by Exum.
The second half, they haven't taken care of the basketball. Simply put, more turnovers now that could hurt them later.
Like the explosiveness of Moutier there, powering through the defense on that difficult finish.
Here's Hield following the basket by Emmanuel Moutier. Hield the pass to Fox. Back to Hield. Lets it go with a 3. Connects from three-point range. Hield's got it all tied up now for the Kings. Hield's gone 2 for 3 from deep. Exum passes to Gobert. Trying to get open is Davis.
Well, some more of the reach effect of Dedman, the way he times that one. Impressive shot blocking ability.
Ariza with the bucket.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
That's good from Exum. And the Jazz with some changes. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Davis. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Moutier. Then for the Kings, Marvin Bagley comes in for Bielitsa. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Trevor Ariza. Exum hits them both. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And Dedman throws it down.
Really moves well out there, Dedman, for a guy his size, and you check out the lift on that dunk.
Here's Exum. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Now, here's Fox. And here's Barnes for 3. Exum pulls it in. Exum's got rebound number 5 here tonight. They get a hand on it. Has to Gobert. Over Dedman. Gobert can't hit. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Jazz on D. It's stolen by Gobert.
The instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Barnes. They get it back. Shots good by Dedman.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Now, here's Exum. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Hield attacking. Good D by Mitchell.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Bagley with the block.
Bagley timing that one well and intimidating.
Hield and block. That one goes careening off the glass. Bogdanovich against Barnes. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And he knocks down the first one. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Well, some ups and downs for Marvin Bagley in that rookie campaign with the Kings, but you could see the flashes of potential and the tremendous work ethic when he was out on that floor.
Jazz trail by 4. And here's Exum. On the wing, Ingles. The Jazz with another miss. For Sacramento, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. And with Bagley, the mobility he showed for his size is really what impresses you.
And that blend of size and speed is why many feel like he could play across the entire front line. Wasn't in the Rookie of the Year race, but in a few years, he could be right there with the best of the best from that 2018 class.
Here's Exum. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Exum kicks to Mitchell. Back to Exum. Shot clock at 5. Over Fox. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Ingles. Fires from the wing. Bullseye.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Fox dishes to Dedmon. Barnes against Bogdanovich. A pass to Fox. From deep. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Jazz trail by 4. Ingles with the ball. Picked up by Bagley. Good work there as it goes.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Here's Dedmon. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Improving his overall offensive game. It's going to be limited touch time for Dedmon, but doing the right things in this one.
Now here's Exum. Guarded closely. Shoots over Fox. And Utah again with the bucket.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Now here's Dedmon. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his 5th foul. Mike Conley's checked in for Dante Exum. And so here's Sacramento. Hield outside. 5 to shoot. The pass to Fox. Pulls from the top of the key. Good work defensively by Conley.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
And I like the commitment from Bogdanovich. Even when he gets knocked around, he stays focused on the rim.
Here's Dedmon. Bogdanovich picking up that last basket. Hangs in the air, and he comes up with the deuce. And it's 6 points for Marvin Bagley.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high quality shot and then able to knock it down.
And the shot goes down. Conley's got the game tied up here for Utah.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Conley against Fox. Healed outside. It's up a 3. The rebound by the Jazz. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. To take the lead, and Mitchell with a nice bucket inside. Mitchell's got 30 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Fox. Misses off the right iron.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And he makes that one.
Something sapped them of their energy defensively since halftime. In the first half, out there scrambling, running, hustling. Since then, not so much.
Hield, count that one. Hield's got 10 points in the quarter.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Conley against Hield, down low. And the basket by Ingles. Ingles has got the lead back up to 4 now for the Jazz.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Mitchell against Hield. And here's Barnes for 3. He's off on that one. The Jazz go the other way with it. And here's Utah. They're on a 16-6 run. Conley finds Gobert, shoots over Fox, and it's off the back rim, no good. The Kings trail by 4. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
That is a mature play from De'Aaron Fox, not afraid to take the big one.
Now here's Conley. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox. And he makes the first.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
And he makes both free throws. Here's Hield. He kicks to Barnes. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
Now, here's Ingles. Over Dedmon. That one a little long.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And no good on the shot. Trying to follow through after the contact, but he'll shoot 2 at the line instead. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
Here's Fox. Banked in off the glass. Fox has got 21.
Just Fox being impossible to contain right there on the drive.
Conley against Fox. Conley the pass to Mitchell. To the paint. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Mitchell. And the Jazz lead by 6.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Barnes against Bogdanovich. Three-pointer, Hield. Utah with the rebound. Ingles has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's Conley with the ball for Utah. Mitchell right side. Takes the three. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
And you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Ingles, that's for two. Barnes grabs the miss.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Fox, no good. And here's Utah. 6-point lead. Now Conley. And here's Bogdanovich for three. Bangs home the trifecta.
And you just have to admire that aggressive nature of Bogdanovich. He's just itching to pull the trigger as soon as the ball hits his hand.
From deep three-point range, and that one is off. Mitchell looking it over. There's the triple. No good on the shot. And so it's Utah with the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum, Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
You know, I think it's just staying in the defensive end. You know, sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it. And it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.